Hey guys, so today I just wanted to go ahead and share my experience over the last year that I've had while I've been out over the road. While I have been out over the road trucking, I found a cell phone service that I thought was a great deal, and I want to tell you about it. So, just to give you a little background, for the last 20 years or so, I've worked in the telecom industry. I've worked for US West, I've worked for Quest, I've worked for Cricket Communications, I've worked for AT&T, so I've kind of spent a lot of time in the telecom industry. Last year I decided to get my CDL, and I went ahead and stepped away from telecom, and when I went out on the road, there was a couple of things that I was looking for my internet service and my phone service. And one of those things would be, really good coverage, obviously, because I want to be using my phone all over the place. Also, really good data plan, because I'm kind of a geeky guy. I like to play video games and things like that. So I like to be able to have fast enough service and enough service, so unlimited, that I can play video games and I can watch YouTube and do things. So with that, I found Visible. And Visible Wireless is an MVNO of Verizon. So you're going to get the Verizon network, and you're going to get Verizon network speeds. Now, does it work perfectly everywhere? No. Does any cell phone service work perfectly anywhere? Well, I won't say everywhere, but it works pretty much every place that I go. There's only a few spots that I've been to where I had issues. So with that, let me kind of go over a few things here. So first of all, Visible Wireless, like I said, it's unlimited data, and it's powered by Verizon. So you get that big network. And I get it for $25 a month. There's a few tricks to getting it. You have to sign up for a thing they call Party Pay. And with that, you only have to pay $25 a month. So you can choose a party with some friends of yours or a family. As long as you have at least 4 people in there, everybody pays $25 a month. The cool part about their party is that if you have 4 people in there, it doesn't necessarily matter when their bills are due. It doesn't matter if they pay or not. I know that sounds weird, but as long as there's 4 people in your party, and they have some sort of service that's continuing, then it's always $25 a month. Taxes and fees are included. It says right here, taxes and fees included. And so anyway, now with their hotspot, the hotspot is unlimited as well, but it is stuck at a speed of 5 megabit per second. Now, people get all uptight. Oh my gosh, the speed's only 5 megabit per second. Well, 5 megabit per second is fast enough to play video games online with your computer or your Xbox or your PlayStation. It's plenty fast for that. It's plenty fast for streaming and watching YouTube, Netflix, things like that. So don't get all uptight about that. Just remember that it's unlimited, and that's the key, is you want unlimited usage. The speed may be capped, but the speed is fast enough that you can do the things that you need to do. So, kind of continuing, looking here at the web page right here, it says the Visible plan. Now, it's $40 a month unless you are in a party. So just remember, it's $40 a month, but still, at $40 a month, it's a deal. If you get in the party, it's $25. You get 1 line of service on Verizon's network. They do have 5G available, but you have to have a 5G phone. So with that real quick, let me kind of go into a little bit of inside knowledge that I have. Whenever you go ahead and you are using a phone from a different carrier, so if you went from AT&T to Verizon, each phone is made specifically for the carrier you bought it from. So if you got an AT&T phone and you're using it on AT&T, it'll work the best on AT&T. If you bring it to another carrier, the other carriers have different frequencies and different channels that they use for their internet and their data, and sometimes that phone that you brought from another carrier won't always work very well. So I highly recommend, whenever you switch carriers, no matter what carrier it is, that you get a phone from that carrier so you get the best possible experience. They always say that you can bring your own phone, which you can, but you're not going to get the best experience that you would if you had a phone from the carrier you use. So if you're going to go ahead and go with Visible, make sure that you get a Visible phone that is set up for Visible. That way you don't end up having any issues with it. So continuing on here, we're powered by Verizon. We have 5G capabilities, unlimited minutes and texts, unlimited data, and 5 megabit Wi-Fi hotspot. And that is the big deal for me because I want to play games, I want to do stuff on YouTube, I want to do stuff on Netflix. And then we have Wi-Fi calling on compatible devices and calling and texting to Canada and Mexico. So pretty much it's all the same thing that everybody else has except for unlimited hotspot. So absolutely love that feature, use it all the time. I downloaded all of Red Dead Redemption 2 off my hotspot. That was 89 to 90 gigabytes worth of data in one shot, and I had no problems. I wasn't throttled, nothing else happened. It was 5 megabit. There were some times where I've gotten speeds that are faster than that. I've gotten 12 to 13 megabit per second. So it just depends where you're at, and usage will vary. So don't go ahead and take my experience as the gospel, because it's not. Then real quick, I just want to show you the coverage area. So let me switch over here to the coverage. And of course, coverage you can count on. Everyone says that. But here is the map of the United States. And I'm just going to show you the legend real quick. The dark blue is 5G and the light blue is 4G. Still very fast, no matter what. Everything works. So with that, let's go ahead and look at the map. And as you see here, there's coverage pretty much everywhere from coast to coast. We work our way across the United States. You'll see a few areas where there's white spots. That's not where there's a lot of people, so they don't have coverage there. But for the most part, everywhere that they have people, they have coverage. Now 5G coverage, real quick, I just want to talk about that. When they deploy new technology for cell phones and cell phone networks, generally speaking, they go ahead and they put the fastest, newest thing in the biggest cities in the largest markets. So New York, LA, San Francisco, places like that, they're going to get the newest, fastest service because there's the most people there, and they're going to make the most money off of the switch to the newest technology in the places where there are most people. So that's why you see the 5G spreading out from the large cities, and that's how all of the expansion of service from 2G, 3G, 4G, etc. It starts out in the big cities, moves its way out to the smaller areas and the suburban areas. So just remember that. Pretty much, I haven't had any problems with it, and I've driven all over the United States. So I highly recommend, if you are a person who does any trucking or RV living, this might be the plan that you've been looking for. I've seen a lot of videos out there where people have to go ahead and get the SIM card from a carrier, and then they mess around with it and they get a special modem and they change the settings in the modem to make it look like a phone so people think it's a phone. You don't have to do any of that. With this, it's plug and play. You just put in your SIM card and then turn on the phone, it's activated, and then just use it. It's that simple. So if you want a simple way to use your service, and you want to be able to be unlimited, and you want to watch Netflix and do all those things with your smart TV or your Roku or whatever it is, this is the service for you. So over the road, anybody that has any questions or anything, leave your questions in the comment section below, and let me know if you have had any experiences with Verizon or Visible, which runs on Verizon service, and what type of situations you ran into, whether good or bad. For me, like I said, it's all been primarily good. So highly recommend that for you guys if you want to use lots of data. With that, guys, if you have any questions, comments, again, leave them with me, and I will go ahead and respond to them as time allows. Thanks for watching, and have a great afternoon.